good morning, or maybe good afternoon.
From a very early age, I've known I've wanted more than the cookie cutter 9 to 5, raise a family, and then die kind of existence. I wanted to live a creative existence, and I wanted to do it on my own terms. As I work towards this dream, I've developed habits that have made me believe that this dream is possible and helped shape my mind into making this dream a reality. The habit I developed early on, and probably the easiest, is to listen to educational and inspirational content every single day. For instance, when I'm cooking dinner, I'll listen to someone like Les Brown.
Most people don't work on their dreams. Why? They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves. These are not risk takers. Most people have done all that they're ever going to do. They raise a family, they earn a living, and then they die. But people who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning. That in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain, a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. What you'll realize is that you're more powerful than you could ever begin to imagine.
Before bed, I'll listen to a podcast like the Joe Rogan Experience.
What is, the best way to live your life? What is there's got to be ways you can be putting forward the most positive energy. I mean, we know objectively what's causing pollution. We know objectively what's causing birth defects and we're taking in too much chemicals and not enough vitamins. We know objectively all this stuff. We know how to organize our world, and yet we don't do it. We know how to organize our health, and yet very few people do it. The right path to being a happy, healthy person is to do all the shit that we already know you're supposed to do. Take care of your body, take care of your health, take care of your mind, your stress, meditate, be kind to people. We all know that. I mean, you ask anybody, they know how to get by and to be the most evolved version of you that you can be. I mean, it's not like a magical checklist. If you talk to people about it, you said, okay, here you got a person, you want to improve them. What are the things you're going to do to them? Okay, well, if I was a life coach, the first thing I would say is this guy's got to get on a diet that makes him healthy. I don't mean a diet just to lose weight. I mean just healthy foods in your body. Many vegetables. Vegetables, a lot of good quality protein, a lot of water. Stop the sodas, stop the bullshit. Start working out your body and get a better sense of how this machine feels when it's moving, it's flowing better, there's less tension in it, your mind feels relaxed and you enjoy every single moment of the day better. Step 1, everybody knows that step, right? What's step 2? Be cool to people. Be nice to as many people as you can. Smile at as many people as you can. Have them smile back at you. Tip well when you go to restaurants. Just do the most you can. Be as nice as you can, and just still manage to not have people walk all over you. Just get through this life as nice as you can. What else? Do what you want to do with your life, right? Don't go be doing something you don't enjoy. Don't do something don't get locked into, a car that you can't afford and doing something crazy because you need the money. Don't do that. Do what you want to do. Because if someone else is doing it, you can do it.
Or an audiobook. Currently I'm listening to Big Magic, all about living a creative existence. We're not meant to be brain dead consumers. We're meant to be creators, explorers, adventurers. I'm a big believer in the impact of the people that are around you. Even before quarantine started, I didn't see my friends that often. The people I spend the most time with are the voices of those that I listen to. Les Brown, Joe Rogan, Jay Shetty, Gary V, Tom Bilyeu, Prince Era, David Goggins, Dr. Joe Dispenza, just to name a few. And just because I like you guys, I'm gonna link one of my favorite videos from each and every one of those speakers. Consider these people my mentors. Even though I've never met them, they've helped to retrain my mind. They've helped to bring me out of my times of depression, of anxiety. They've inspired me to follow my dreams, my heart, and to never chase the money, but to chase what makes me happy, to put the right foods in my body and to get the most out of life, and ultimately to use my gift to serve others and leave the world a little bit better
than when I found it.
The second habit, which I've just developed in the last year, is to go to bed within a 1 hour window at the same time every night. That window is 8 to 9 p.m. Between 7:30 and 8:30, I'll brush my teeth, wash my face, and hop into bed. Turn on my audiobook or podcast and listen for about 30 or 45 minutes. Once I fall asleep, I get a solid 7 or 8 hours almost every night. My body and my mind are so grateful that I do this. The abundance of energy alone is incredible. I feel so refreshed. Getting up at 5 a.m. can still be challenging, but once I get into the shower and once I come out and dry off, I feel pretty alert, pretty awake, ready to crush the day instead of just wanting to go back to sleep. I'm less stressed, less anxious, and overall just feel healthier. I need to be productive during my day. I have work, I have YouTube, I have self-care, I have cooking. So I need a lot of energy, and being on a sleep schedule really has made all the difference. The third habit I started doing after listening to philosopher Alan Watts years ago.
There really isn't anything radically wrong with being sick or with dying. Who said you're supposed to survive? Who gave you the idea that it's a gas to go on and on and on? And we can't say that it's a good thing for everything to go on living from the very simple demonstration that if we enable everybody to go on living, we overcrowd ourselves. So therefore, one person who dies in a way is honorable because he's making room for others. We can also look further into it and see that if our death could be indefinitely postponed, we would not actually go on postponing it indefinitely. Because after a certain point, we would realize that that isn't the way in which we wanted to survive. Why else would we have children? Because children arrange for us to survive in another way. By, as it were, passing on a torch, so that you don't have to carry it all the time. There comes a point where you can give it up and say, now you work. It's a far more amusing arrangement for nature to continue the process of life through different individuals than it is always with the same individual. Because as each new individual approaches life, life is renewed. And one remembers how fascinating the most ordinary everyday things are to a child. Because they see them all as marvelous, because they see them all in a way that is not related to survival and profit. And when we get to thinking of everything in terms of survival and profit value, as we do, then the shapes of scratches on the floor cease to have magic. And most things, in fact, cease to have magic. So therefore, in the course of nature, once we have ceased to see magic in the world anymore, we are no longer fulfilling nature's game of being aware of itself. There's no point in it anymore. And so we die. And so something else comes to birth, which gets an entirely new view. It is not, therefore, natural for us to wish to prolong life indefinitely. But we live in a culture where it has been rubbed into us in every conceivable way that to die is a terrible thing. And that is a tremendous disease from which our culture in particular suffers.
I still love to listen to him to this day. I began to ponder death. Not to be afraid or depressed, but to consider how limited my time is on this earth. And if this was my last year to live, How would I spend it? Who would I spend it with? Would I be happy looking back at my existence to this point? It allows me to focus on what's important and who's important in my life, and to cut out the things and the people who are not. The Dalai Lama said the analysis of death is not for the sake of becoming fearful, but to appreciate this precious life. Reminding myself that tomorrow is not promised allows me to be grateful for today and drives me to make the most out of my existence. The fourth has to do with of greatest importance, something that should be our number one priority, but for most, it's not even close. Our health. And the habit that has made the difference for me is to always read the labels and prioritize buying the things without labels that only have one ingredient. My rule of thumb is if the ingredients have something that I can't pronounce. Actually, let's see if my stepbrother's got something here. Hopefully he doesn't watch this video. Alright, we got some chicken and broccoli sidekicks. Sorry, sidekicks, for throwing you under the bus. Disodium incinate. Disodium gallate. Silicon dioxide. Is that it for this one? There's other things like maltodextrin, hydrolyzed soy protein, anything that you know should not be going into your body. Rule of thumb, if it's on there, I don't buy it. Anything artificial, additives, preservatives, I don't even put it in my shopping cart, let alone put it in my body. Now, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I cheat, especially when I'm at work. There's a lot of goodies there, so I might have one. Sometimes I'll order pizza. But over the years, I have become so much better. I used to eat junk food constantly, all the time, every day. Teenager, I didn't care. All we did was eat out. But over the years, like, I might order food in once a week now. Trying to even make it like twice a month would be great, and then maybe just once a month. Really cut down. But what has made all the difference at the grocery store is reading the labels, because when I read these labels and I see all this garbage that's in this food, I really don't want to put it in my body. I mostly shop on the outside ring of the store, and I make much smarter, healthier choices when it comes to condiments, drinks, and sauces. I've cut out buying all processed and packaged foods, as if you read the labels every single time, you're gonna be like, bleh. There's nothing you can do to beat a poor diet. Slowly but surely, it's gonna break you down and lead you to an early grave. So next time you're at the grocery store, if you don't already do this, try reading the labels on everything that you buy. And if you feel like this probably shouldn't go in my body, or you can't pronounce something on there, just don't buy it. Your mind and your body will be forever grateful. The fifth habit is daily exercise. And no, it doesn't mean I'm pumping weights in the gym every day. It might mean a 30-minute stretch session, or a hike, or skateboarding. Any type of movement on a daily basis. The main reason I do this is because it makes me feel alive. Over the years, I've become addicted to progress, addicted to being that 1 inch closer to touching my toes, addicted to maximizing my happiness, and daily movement brings me that happiness. I live for the incredible small moments of gliding down the street on my skateboard, music in my ears, and my arms way out without a care in the world, feeling like I'm flying, while my neighbors look out the window and say, "There goes that crazy guy again." Or reaching the waterfall on my hike and experiencing the beautiful power of nature right before my eyes while the water flows through my fingers. Or adding 5 pounds to the bar and wanting to release my warrior shout because I've just set a new personal record. The habit of movement. Just make sure you stretch often, because I'm pretty stiff. These are some of the habits that have changed my life. I would love to know about the habits that have changed yours, or how some of the ones I've talked about have impacted your journey. So let me know
in the comment section.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of the new awesome uploads. And I hope each and every one of you has a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Much love, guys. Take care.